when I was going over the Holy Family records, this is what I found interesting as well. They were definitely agents. The school boards and schools were agents of the SHA. They were purposely sharing misinformation and promoting fear from the documents that I was reading. And during this time, while I was reviewing those records, I was also reading clinical studies from the pharmaceutical companies. And I was going through the SHA website. And what I found was profound. The SHA website was saying that everything was, the vaccines were safe, especially for pregnant women. But the clinical studies weren't saying that. But what was interesting is that I found a site called Base Learning for COVID-19 Immunization. On this website, there was an online course. And at the end of it, you were legally able to give someone, well, I'm just going to say the jab for COVID-19. What I found profound about it, the SHA website, like I said, everything was safe. This course laid out a few of the adverse reactant or events that could come from the COVID-19 mRNA drug, but they're still not as near as close to what was the clinical studies were showing. I just want to add again that the Ministry of Education is still withholding my information, and I've got a review for request within the Privacy Commissioner to have all that material unredacted. Now, back to mid to late June of 2022, after with a 6-month battle with the Ministry of Health, I finally received records where I asked the question, could you please provide, I'm going to paraphrase here, all the adverse adverse events for the year 2021 from the COVID vaccine. I asked a similar question to the SHA, and I need to read this just so I don't get it wrong. The SHA is not refusing to provide this information. We are not holders of this information, which I thought was a profound statement. SHA is our health authority, and they were not documenting the adverse events occurring from the COVID drugs or immunization. But anyways, back to the Ministry of Health. I finally received, in late June, my adverse events records, HE 123-22G. After a quick read, I knew that the document was damaging. It was 122 pages and it involved over 1,200 Saskatchewan people. I immediately sent this information off to Saskatchewan because they had a team of well-known doctors, lab technicians, nurses, and university professors that could actually look at the data too, as well as, and hopefully interpret it the same as I did. About 3 weeks after they were given this material, it was released to the media, and they found the same thing that I found. Out of the over 1,200 individuals, 7 people had died in Saskatchewan. 300 people had a severe adverse event and were told to get a second shot. That media release for those adverse events for HE 123-22G came at the same time as the Carol Pierce tragedy here in Saskatoon. And because of that information, along with the tragedy, it garnered international attention. But right after that, CKOM published an article that stated, according to the Ministry of Health, there was no adverse deaths from the vaccine.